right, you can go ahead and start.
Okay. My name is Alexis Matthews. I'm the CEE Graduate Program Advisor. So today I'll be talking to all of you about the DEN program and in general about the master's programs that we have available, just some good tips and also some important information about protocol and procedures. Okay, so first we'll do a quick welcome to DEN at Viterbi, go over some important dates and deadlines, degree requirements, then policy, procedures, and tips, information about DEN D clearance, and then some of the contact information for the DEN programs office. So first, this is an image of our CEE website. The URL is cee.usc.edu. This is one of your best resources. For example, it has a list of all of our faculty in case you ever wanted to do directed research or wanted to contact one of our professors to learn more about course content for their specific courses. It's also probably one of the best places you can go with regard to your program requirements. If you click on academics, which you can see is at that top navigation bar, you'll then click on master's programs and then your specific program. It contains a little bit more than just the regular catalog information, because it also lists some good ideas for electives that are not explicitly listed on the catalog website. So the university calendar for fall 2016. So this is actually on the Schedule of Classes website, which you should all familiarize yourself with. It's a great place to find information about anything from tuition and fees, as the registration calendar, add drop deadlines, also a place where you can see past semesters so that you can plan a rough estimate of what your program will be like during your time here at USC. So it's important to note that the last day to register without a late fee is August 19th. The first day of classes is going to be August 22nd. Last day to register and add classes, as well as the last day to drop without a mark of W, is going to be September 9th. So it's important to keep in mind these days in case you're looking to switch around your classes, though it's highly recommended that you have all your classes in line and registered for before the first day of classes. Sometimes professors will send you important information, and if you're prior to the first day of classes, if you're not registered, then you're not getting that information. So, and if you do have any questions about what you should register for, you should contact me. I'll be able to help you out with that. This is just the university calendar continued, and again, this is on the Schedule of Classes website, which is classes.usc.edu. There's a little icon when you click on a given semester that says registration calendar. So our various master's programs and their requirements. So first of all, typical for our master's programs are usually 3 semesters. The majority of our students are fall, spring, fall, though we do have some who take maybe a course or 2 in the summer. We don't really have many courses that are offered in the summer, but there could be 1 or 2 that might be pertinent to your program. It's recommended that students take 3 classes per semester. That way that you'll be at the full-time, you'll be considered full-time status, which is 8 units, 9 units to 10 units, depending on the courses that you take is what you'll have if you take 3 classes per semester. It's important to note that 2/3 of your program requirements must be taken at the 500 level or higher. You can also transfer previous graduate credit for a maximum of 4 units. The only way, though, you can transfer graduate credit is if it was reserved for graduate credit or applying to a graduate degree, not if it was if you took a graduate course in your undergraduate program and it counted toward that degree. So that's important to note. And if you have further questions, again, just contact me. In order to graduate, you need to have a minimum GPA of 3.0 for all of your graduate coursework. That this includes coursework that if you've gone to USC before and taken other courses, so that's important to note. It's not just the ones that will be applied to your degree. It's any and all graduate coursework you've taken here at USC. If any of you are interested in the PhD program, you're welcome to apply. A lot of the courses that you take in your master's program would be applicable to your PhD program, and that's something that if you are possibly interested in the PhD program, I recommend you contact not only me, but then as you saw on the CEE website, there's the people section. You can look for faculty members who do research that's in line with your interests. So we have 8 CEE master's programs, 7 of which are offered on DEN. So there's the Master of Science in Civil Engineering, the general option. There's Construction Engineering and Management, Structural Engineering, Transportation Engineering, Transportation Systems, the Master of Environmental Engineering, and those are all 27 units. The Master of Construction Management has a 33-unit requirement. So these are the required courses for the general option. There's 18 units in any of the 4 specialty areas. So that's if you are in the general option, you're going to want to work with me and Dr. J.J. Lee to figure out which courses would be best suited for your interests. Structural engineering, you're going to want to start with CE 507, CE 529, CE 541. These are all the required courses, and then of course there's also your electives. For construction engineering and management, you can see here these are your various electives, and you do have for your required, these are your various required courses. For your required courses, there's 2 courses that are required where you can choose from several options. So, for example, you only need to take 1 out of CE 469, CE 470, or CE 462. And then you can choose either CE 506 or CE 557. CE 506 is going to be offered this fall. CE 557 is going to be offered in spring. Also, for those of you that were looking at CE 469 or CE 470, right now CE 470 is full. That, of course, might be subject to change, but if you're really interested in that course, you might want to hold off on trying to fulfill that requirement. Okay, so the Master in Construction Management, this is 33 units. Again, you have one of your requirements is the option between CE 502, Accounting 509, or ISE 566. You'll have to take a track as well, and you have to take 2 courses from a given track in order to graduate. Now, if you have any questions about which courses you want to take specifically, which track you might be interested in, you'd want to contact me or Professor Kaufman. Transportation engineering, again, these are the requirements. Now, of course, you'll see in a lot of these requirements are subject to change. Just in case, the schedule of classes changes, there's, anything could happen from low enrollment. Maybe we offer a different course that could replace one of the courses. So, again, it's important to check our CEE website. Because that'll have the most up-to-date information. And also, if you do, again, any questions, just contact me. Again, Transportation Systems Engineering, I'll let you peruse that for anyone who's in the Transportation Systems program. On environmental engineering, so you have 3 required courses for all environmental engineering students, and then you're going to have the air track or the water track. So you'll have to follow those requirements depending on which one you're interested in. So just some policies, procedures, and tips. Again, I had mentioned previously that you are able to transfer a maximum of 4 units of graduate credit as long as it was not used to count towards your undergraduate degree. Some of you may be interested in switching your major. That has to be done after your first semester has already finished and grades have been processed. Prereq waivers for CEE classes. There's some that, some of our courses have prerequisites that you must take, but you may have taken the equivalent during your undergrad program. You'll want to go to your MyViterbi webpage and then request a prerequisite waiver for a given class in the declearance and prerequisite waiver section of that MyViterbi portal. You'll be able to give a little description about why you're interested in getting a prerequisite waiver. It's helpful if you tell me exactly which course in your undergraduate program you feel covered the material in the prerequisite course. Again, it's great to go to the Schedule of Classes website for planning purposes. Also, it's important that you check your USC email regularly. That is the email that all university contacts goes to. So if it's me, if it's the cashier's office, if it's the registrar's office, that all goes to your USC email. And if you have a Gmail account, you can actually forward that. And you can call IT services in order to figure out how to do that if you're not sure quite yet. So this is how to request declearance from DEN. So that's separate from the declearance that's through your MyViterbi portal. So you'll want to go to your DEN Desire to Learn section, select DEN Tools, and then submit the declearance request form. So this is the contact information for the DEN at Viterbi office within the Graduate and Professional Programs office. We abbreviate that to the GAP office. That's another office that you'll probably be working closely with. If you're interested in doing an internship and you're an international student, maybe for whatever reason, CPT and OPT, that goes through the GAP office. You can contact the GAP office regarding scholarships and whatnot, but these are the people you're going to want to contact with regard to DEN at Viterbi specifically. And then if you do have any questions, my email is alexis.matthews, with 2 T's, at usc.edu. That's the best way to contact me. So please feel free to ask any questions. I'll leave this open to questions right now. Does anyone right now have any questions? Let's see. Okay, it doesn't look like anyone has questions right now. And again, you can type into the Q&A portion of your web browser. If you do have any questions, I'll give it another few seconds. Okay, well again, if anyone does have any questions, that's what I'm here for. So send me an email or even stop by my office. I'm in Caprillion Hall if you happen to be in the LA area. Caprillion Hall 214. Okay, thanks so much and fight on.